If you're looking to make a great first impression with your home's exterior, today's topic has you covered, as we're joined with Realtor Sharon Norton of ReMax Mid-Michigan. Sharon, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome to AtHome Jackson.
Thanks.
Share a little bit about your background in real estate with our viewers.
Well, I've been in real estate for 25 years. I started with the brokerage house. I spent 2 years there, and then I moved over to ReMax Mid-Michigan, and I've been there ever since.
Yes, you just recently celebrated your 25-year anniversary.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I did. Thank you. Thank you.
And so you've really seen Jackson through a lot of ups and downs in our real estate industry.
Yes, so it's been quite a ride, especially with the repression, the regression and everything. It's been just a real time, but now we're back, and this market's even crazier.
It is. It's a roller coaster always.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
yeah.
but Jackson's just an amazing community to be a realtor in.
Yep,
so
it certainly is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, as a realtor, you really get a great idea of what can make a first impression in a home, and you told us that curb appeal was really important to you, and so you've brought some ideas for potential home sellers to spruce up their own curb appeal.
Yes, I have. I know when I first walk up to a house, I take a look around, and when I drive up, I see if there's any clutter in the yard, like children's toys, that type of thing. You go up the driveway, if it's discolored or if it's got a lot of moss or just dark spots on it. I take note of that. Then I'll go up to the front door and to the porch, and when you look around the porch, you want to make sure that that's decluttered also. We always think about the house, inside of the house being decluttered, but the exterior is just as important.
Yes.
Because people drive up, they've got about 8 to 10 seconds to say, oh, I think I'm going to like this, or oh, I'm not. So you want to make sure it's as spiffy as possible.
Right.
And so you go up to the porch, and then make sure that's all spick and span. If it needs to have new carpet or anything on the porch, if you have that particular type, I would invest in indoor-outdoor carpet for sure. And the front door, to me, is a big thing. A lot of us don't use our front doors because we go in through the garage.
Right.
And so we forget that. So you open up that door and say, oh my gosh, look at all the spider webs, the ladybugs, the dead box elders, etc.
Yes.
It's just a plethora of that stuff, or dog drool on the door. I mean, I've seen it all,
right.
But you want that thing to sparkle, just spick and span. And if it needs to paint on the door itself, you need to paint it or replace it.
Right.
Because it really will be worth your while to have somebody look at that fresh look on that door.
Yeah, these are the things that really make the first impressions.
They do. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about the very front of the house, but then you're going to walk around and you're going to check out the exterior of the house itself. And the windows, like I always consider the windows the eyes of the house. And you want them to be clean. And we're talking maybe about just the molding around the windows and that type of thing. Does that need to be replaced? They need to be cleaned. Very important to get them clean. These are all low budget items. It's just a matter of some vinegar, water, and spray,
right.
Rags, soap, and water. Just clean it all up.
Yeah, we get a little blind to these things in our own home.
We do. We do. We tend to just kind of overlook it because we're in and out all the time.
Right.
So to do that would be really a benefit to your sale of your home for that matter. Take a look at your roof. Walk around that house like you're a buyer. You're seeing it for the first time. And you'll say, you got to get a little critical here and there. The roof could be a little bit discolored, and people will drive up and they'll say, oh my gosh, that roof needs to be replaced. Not necessarily. It could just be discolored from any type of thing. It could be facing north and doesn't get a lot of sunlight, that type of thing. So you might want to invest in maybe having it shampooed, which there's people out there that do that kind of thing, and it would be worth your money to have that type of thing done, so that, and then I always like to look at flowers and gardens and stuff, and then back to the front porch. Once you get that all cleaned up and pretty, I would go to the landscaping company and get yourself a couple of nice pots. I mean, you're talking springtime now, we're not talking winter, obviously,
right.
But a nice couple of big pots of geraniums or something like that, something red, something bright and vibrant that's going to be inviting when you walk up to that door. If you've got the room to put them there, that would be another big thing to do.
Right.
And in the outside also, if there's any garden areas around in the back or decks, your deck to me is really you want to showcase that if it's a nice deck, especially. You know, if it doesn't have all the boards that are in mint condition, replace them.
Right.
You know, replace them, power wash that deck, put a coat of sealer on it or stain, and make it pop.
Right, and replacing mulch around the deck and the landscaping.
All that mulch and landscaping, absolutely. I mean, if you've got the means to go buy a few flowers to plant in there, color makes a lot of difference.
Right.
And
we were talking about power washing, like for the deck, and you had also mentioned you can do that like on the front sidewalk and even your exterior, power wash your siding.
Yep, absolutely. Make it clean all the way around and just really pretty.
Right. Let's talk about the garage door, because there are some really neat ideas for garage doors now.
Oh yeah, your garage door, if your garage door is a little bit older, you can also paint it. You know, if it's white, most of them are white. I mean, there's some that are different colors. Doesn't matter if it's brown, paint it brown. You know, whatever your color is. And then they've got some neat things out you can put on there. They look like hinges. The hardware you can put on there like magnets, and it just kind of updates your door.
Right, without having to replace it completely.
You don't have to replace the complete door. Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Bringing up that curb appeal is really about cleaning things up, sprucing things up. It's not about spending a lot of money.
No, you can do it very economically, actually, and it'll make a lot of difference.
Right.
Because when people see that, they're going to think, okay, this house has been really well maintained. I feel that, you know, and you could even, you know, maybe plant a tree or two or so. If you don't have any shrubs around the outside of your house and it's all barren, I suggest you buy some inexpensive shrubs, and you can get them for like $4 or $5 a piece. I know this, so you can go to your landscape company or the big box stores. They have their landscape places, and to ask them what would be the best thing to put in your house, around your house, because they'll give you ideas of what to do, what kind of plants. I know you're planning on selling it, but still the next person's going to really appreciate that part of it.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
believe that.
And we know now that more than 90%, almost 100% of home buyers start their search online, and that first photo of the exterior is going to make that first impression.
Yep, that first photo sure does.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not going to just look inside, they look outside. And you know, there's a lot of the realtors use aerials too, so they're going to be able to showcase the whole exterior of that home.
Right, and they might see that whole roof, so getting that cleaned is a good idea too.
Exactly. And hardscapes, we talked about hardscapes. Hardscapes would be your sidewalks in your driveway and any kind of rocks or anything you have in your landscaping. We want to make sure those are all spruced up and they look nice. Same thing with that. You can power wash all that stuff.
Right, and exterior buildings too. If you've got a pole barn or a small garage, you want to get that cleaned up as well.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this is great information for our viewers. If someone is interested in buying or selling a home, how can they reach you?
You can reach me at 517-206-2885, or you can reach me by email. And it's Sharon@soldandjackson.com.
Perfect. Well, Sharon, thank you so much for joining us.
Well,
this is great information.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Amy.
Prepping your home for sale isn't as easy as 1, 2, 3. If you're thinking of getting in the real estate market, give Sharon Norton a call.